Today, we're diving deep into a question that's been on my mind a lot lately. Why do some movies become timeless legends, while others fade into obscurity? We've all seen it. Movies with massive hype that vanish from our memories as quickly as they left the theaters, while others, sometimes even quiet releases, stick with us for years, their stories, characters and themes becoming permanently ingrained in our minds. What's the secret ingredient, the magic formula that elevates a film from a simple 2-hour escape to a piece of cinematic history? Let's break it down. When I think about movies that have truly stood the test of time, one of the first things that come to mind is the power of a well-crafted screenplay. It's the foundation upon which everything else is built, the blueprint that guides the entire production. Take The Godfather, for instance. The writing is just phenomenal, with each line of dialogue feeling deliberate, purposeful and dripping with subtext. The screenplay, written by Mario Puzo and Francis Ford Coppola, is a masterclass in storytelling. You can practically feel the weight of the words, the tension in every scene. The dialogue isn't just about what the characters are saying, it's about what they're not saying, the unspoken emotions and intentions that simmer beneath the surface. And speaking of unforgettable characters, how about Don Vito Corleone? He's one of the most iconic characters in film history, a figure of immense power and influence. Marlon Brando's performance is legendary. But it's the character's complexity, his quiet menace mixed with a strange sense of morality, that makes him so fascinating. Don Vito is a man who operates by his own code, a code that is both ruthless and oddly principled. Of course, a great script needs a visionary director to bring it to life, and Francis Ford Coppola's direction in The Godfather is nothing short of masterful. His ability to translate the screenplay into a visual and emotional experience is unparalleled. The way he uses pacing, lighting and composition to create atmosphere and build tension is incredible. Coppola's meticulous attention to detail ensures that every scene is loaded with meaning and emotion. It's like every frame of that film is a work of art. The cinematography, the set design, the costumes, all of it comes together to create a rich, immersive world that feels both grand and intimate. Another example that immediately springs to mind is The Shawshank Redemption. This film, directed by Frank Darabont, is a testament to the power of storytelling. The story, adapted from a Stephen King novella, is about hope, perseverance, and the power of the human spirit. It's a narrative that speaks to the resilience of the human condition, and it's told with such grace and sensitivity. It's the kind of story that resonates on a deep emotional level, and it's brought to life by a cast of characters that feel so real, so human. The relationships between the characters are authentic and deeply moving. Tim Robbins as Andy Dufresne, the wrongly convicted banker, gives a performance that's both subtle and powerful. His portrayal of Andy's quiet strength and unwavering hope is truly inspiring. And Morgan Freeman as Red, the man who learns to hope again because of Andy, well, his voice is practically made for narration. Freeman's performance is the emotional anchor of the film, providing a sense of warmth and wisdom. And then there's Pulp Fiction, Quentin Tarantino's masterpiece of non-linear storytelling. This film redefined the way stories could be told on screen, with its fragmented narrative and eclectic mix of characters. The dialogue is sharp, witty, and often hilarious, but it's the way Tarantino weaves together these seemingly disconnected stories that makes the film so brilliant. Each segment is a piece of a larger puzzle, and the way they all come together is nothing short of genius. He keeps you guessing until the very end, and even then, you're left wanting more. The film's structure challenges the audience to pay attention, to piece together the narrative threads, and it's incredibly rewarding when it all clicks into place. These films, and so many others like them, share a common thread. They're all masterclasses in storytelling. They demonstrate the power of a well-told story to captivate, to move, and to inspire. They have compelling characters, engaging plots, and directors who understand how to use the language of cinema to create something truly special. It's this combination of elements that makes these films timeless, ensuring they will be cherished for generations to come. Now, let's talk about the impact of music. Music is not just a background element, it's a powerful tool that can shape our entire experience of a film. Think about how intrinsically linked John Williams' score is to the Star Wars franchise. His music is not just an accompaniment, it's a character in its own right. Those opening notes, the iconic themes for Darth Vader and the Force. They're instantly recognizable and evoke such a strong emotional response. They set the tone for the entire saga. Music has this incredible power to transport us, to heighten our emotional connection to a film. It can make us feel joy, fear, sadness, or excitement, often all within the span of a few minutes. Another great example is Hans Zimmer's work on Interstellar. His compositions are not just background scores, they are integral to the storytelling. The score is epic, awe-inspiring, and perfectly complements the film's themes of space exploration and the vastness of the universe. It makes the audience feel the grandeur and mystery of space. It's almost impossible to imagine those scenes without Zimmer's music. His score elevates the visual experience to a whole new level. But it's not just about grand orchestral scores. Sometimes the most effective music is subtle, even understated. Sometimes the most effective music is subtle, even unsettling. It can create an atmosphere of tension and unease that keeps the audience on the edge of their seats. Take the Blair Witch Project, for example. Its minimalist approach to music and sound design is a masterclass in creating suspense. The film's low-budget aesthetic and found-footage style are perfectly complemented by its minimalist, creepy soundtrack. The lack of a traditional score makes the eerie moments even more unsettling. The use of sound design, particularly in the film's terrifying climax, is incredibly effective and adds to the overall sense of dread and unease. And then there's marketing. Music and sound are also crucial in marketing campaigns. A great marketing campaign can create buzz, generate excitement, and ultimately contribute to a film's longevity. The right music can make a trailer unforgettable. Think about the marketing for Jaws. The music combined with the visuals created an atmosphere of fear and anticipation. The iconic poster, the simple but effective tagline, "Don't go in the water," it created a sense of fear and anticipation that's still talked about today. The music played a huge role in that. On the flip side, a poorly executed marketing campaign can sink a film before it even has a chance. Music that doesn't fit the tone can confuse the audience. It's a delicate balance, and when done right, it can make all the difference. The right music can turn a good film into a great one, and a great marketing campaign can ensure it reaches the audience it deserves. Now let's compare a couple of films that highlight the difference between timeless success and big-budget failure. These comparisons will help us understand what makes a film resonate with audiences and stand the test of time. On one hand, we have The Shawshank Redemption, a film that wasn't a massive box office hit upon its initial release but has since become a beloved classic. Its journey from an underperformer to a cherished masterpiece is truly remarkable. Why? Because it has all the elements we've been talking about. A powerful story, relatable characters, strong direction, and a message of hope that resonates with audiences. The film's emotional depth and narrative strength have made it a timeless piece of cinema. The Dark Knight is another example of a film that has achieved legendary status. Its impact on the superhero genre and its influence on modern filmmaking cannot be overstated. Christopher Nolan's superhero epic is a masterclass in suspense, action, and character development. The meticulous attention to detail and the intricate plot have set a new standard for superhero films. Heath Ledger's performance as the Joker is nothing short of iconic, and the film's exploration of justice, chaos, and the nature of good and evil is both thought-provoking and thrilling. Ledger's portrayal brought a new dimension to the character, making it unforgettable. On the other hand, we have films like John Carter and Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice. Despite their massive budgets and high expectations, they failed to leave a lasting impression. These were big-budget blockbusters with tons of hype, but they ultimately failed to connect with audiences on a deeper level. The initial excitement quickly faded, leaving behind a sense of disappointment. John Carter, despite its impressive visuals, suffered from a convoluted plot and underdeveloped characters. The lack of a coherent storyline made it difficult for viewers to engage with the film. Batman v Superman, while visually stunning, was criticized for its overly dark tone, its rushed plot, and its deviation from the source material. The film's attempt to cram too much into its runtime left audiences feeling overwhelmed and unsatisfied. What can we learn from these successes and failures? The key takeaway is that a film's success is not solely dependent on its budget or star power. It's not enough to simply throw money at a film and expect it to become a classic. The heart of a great film lies in its ability to tell a compelling story that resonates with its audience. It takes more than special effects and big-name actors. While these elements can enhance a film, they cannot replace the need for a strong narrative and well-crafted characters. It takes a compelling story, well-developed characters, and a director who understands how to bring those elements together in a way that resonates with audiences. Ultimately, the magic of cinema lies in its ability to connect with viewers on an emotional level, creating experiences that are remembered for years to come. So, what makes a movie a legend? It's a complex question with no easy answers, but I think it boils down to a few key ingredients. A compelling story, memorable characters, visionary direction, a memorable score, and effective marketing. When all of these elements come together in perfect harmony, you get something truly special. A film that transcends time and becomes a part of our collective consciousness. The movies we've talked about today are just a few examples of films that have achieved legendary status. What are some of your favorite films, and why do you think they've stood the test of time? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, everyone. Until next time, keep on watching those great movies.